The City of New Orleans, the NOPD, and the Department of Justice entered into a consent decree in 2013, making it the most expansive in the nation. The Justice Department saw the department-wide reforms as a solution to racial bias and misconduct within local law enforcement. And after nearly a decade, the City of New Orleans looks ahead to life without it. But before a final decision is made, community members are asked to weigh in. Crimestoppers President and CEO Darlene Costanza is here to explain why this is so important. And it really is important for folks to not only offer their 2 cents, but actually read what's going on.
Yes, we encourage you to go to the NOPD website. There's all the information on the consent decree. They have the information about what it means to move in sustainment. But Crimestoppers is asking everybody to, one, acknowledge the amazing results that NOPD has done over the years. And that's what this sustainment period means. It gives you an opportunity for us to kind of do a step down where NOPD is going to be able to prove that the internal structure that they've put in place to be able to do this constitutional policing and all of the years of work is going to be there under the watchful eye of the monitors on a little bit step down level. And I'm encouraged, and we certainly are asking all neighborhood groups, anybody who's concerned about the quality of life, so maybe you're not a public safety group like Crimestoppers is, but if you're concerned about quality of life, you need to really understand that this program, this 2-year period, is really, it's a good thing. So we're going to be issuing a statement from Crimestoppers acknowledging the wonderful work that NOPD has done, and certainly looking at the safety measures that what we want to see is this is a blueprint. This is a blueprint of best practices. And this should live on beyond any current chief or mayor or whoever. So let's make sure things are put into place, that this is how we will police from now on. And certainly the City Council has done that already. They have some code restructuring that they did to make sure that some of this work is going to continue and has to go before the City Council if somebody wanted to make those changes. But really, when we looked at it as an organization and saw the increases of what they have done and the percentage of completion, all of the items, it's truly amazing.
Most definitely, and also talking about a cold case from 2022. Right,
and this is why we wanted to have that transparency with the community, which is what the consent decree gave us. This young man, actually, the anniversary of his death was Thursday, October 13th, 2022. So October 13th. And we really have no new information. The last person who talked to this young man, Mr. John Charles Austin Garrett, he was only 22 years old, was his mom. He was going to a drugstore to pick up some medication he needed. And when he left the home, he was on foot. He was not driving. He said he may stop and see someone, and that was the last thing they heard. A day or so later, they found his body in an abandoned area out in New Orleans, 5800 block of Plaza Drive. And he had one single gunshot wound to the head, but he had a lot of scratches. He had a lot of defensive type wounds.
So he fought back.
So he absolutely fought back. And the mom's like, here we are, 2 years later, we have no new information, not even on the DNA, and they're devastated. So we're hoping, there's a $2,500 reward with Crimestoppers, but we're hoping now someone may be able to come forward and give us a little more clues on what could have happened to Mr. Garrett.
And as you mentioned, all of this is part and parcel of information about this cold case, and then you can learn more about the consent decree and these meetings that are happening locally at the precincts. The NOPD is having them, so you can go to your neighborhood precinct to learn more.
Definitely, or you can go online, submit comments. Certainly there's a October 25th, I believe, is one deadline to send in written comments, but there's lots of opportunities to weigh in, and they are here for the community. That's the whole purpose of transparency. So get involved, and again, we hope that you would encourage NOPD and the Department of Justice. They came together to ask for the sustainment period. That's very important, that we understand that this is joint, this decision that they're making to move us forward. And we appreciate that.
Darlene Costanza, President and CEO of Crimestoppers GNL, thank you for your time this morning. And remember, Crimestoppers is a tool designed to keep our communities safe. If you have a tip about a crime in your area, report it anonymously. Call the number on your screen. It doesn't change, 504-822-1111. And if you have any information about this cold case, call that number too.